All right, thank you so much for all of my paddlers that are here. This is great. Where's Peggy? Come on, Peggy. And Bob. Come on, Bob. I want to recognize Peggy and also Bob. Both have been instrumental in registry, or they're at all our events. Registration, no exception today. Peggy's there taking your names. But also what you don't know, and I'm probably going to hate myself or you'll hate me later, Peggy is instrumental in pulling off the river race with us. With the Georgia Canoeing Association, Peggy is actually hidden behind entering all the times, entry times and finish times for all the racers. So she never even gets to see the festival, neither do I. But anyway, I want to thank Peggy because you guys have no idea how much goes into this Excel spreadsheet from hell. It's amazing. So I want to thank Peggy and Bob, and actually Jordan, her son, comes out and helps at the river race as well. So thank you very much. Sorry, Bob. What day we look for a
I found him for him.
Thank you.
Bill?
Bill Hain.
Come on.
Where's
Come on
Bill?
down.
Come on, Bill.
This is your life.
Yeah, that's all right. Bill Hain is our, I have a lot of things here. He is our cookie baking, harmonica playing, beer growler bringer, hot buttered rum toting, grim sweeper of a volunteer. I think that was it. Okay. For the past 3 years, Bill has volunteered on all of our paddle trips. He has helped me. He's one of the experienced paddlers that comes on board as sweep to make sure everybody gets off the river safely. He's been on most of the cleanups, and he's at our events as usual, serving beer today. It's fun. So as you can imagine, we're grateful to Bill for everything that he does, particularly me, because I couldn't do it without volunteers like Bill and several other people. All right, next I want to introduce Jason, because he has a few volunteers to recognize as well.
Thank you. As Sally mentioned earlier, we have should I hold this closer? Okay. As Sally was talking about earlier, we have a very great new monitoring program called Neighborhood Water Watch. And this program is started because we have thousands of streams that run through our urbanized areas, and local governments, state and federal governments don't have the funds and the resources to go out and actually monitor these streams to check to see if they're polluted and to try to find any sources of pollution. So we started this program called Neighborhood Water Watch, where interested people, volunteers, community folks who wanted to know if the streams flowing through their parks and their neighborhoods and their communities were polluted or not. And so we got a grant, bought some really good monitoring equipment, but the problem was we didn't have the staff to go out and collect all these samples. So we started to ask volunteers to collect routine samples and bring them in. And the volunteer we wanted to recognize today is Bob Atkinson. Bob, you want to? I met Bob at last year's member meeting that we had at Sweetwater Brewery. And Bob was very interested, wanted to learn how he could get more involved in protecting water and protecting the river. So we thought Neighborhood Water Watch. So right after that, the following next couple of weeks, he started going out and collecting samples every single week. Every Thursday, he goes out to North Fork Peachtree Creek, South Fork Peachtree Creek, collects these samples, brings them to our office, and then we do the analysis, checking for E. coli. And Bob even found his own sewer spill this year, reported it to the county, and got it rectified. So Bob, I want to thank you for all the work you've done, and hope you can continue this next year, collecting our water samples.
The wise old American sage, Yogi Berra, gave us many pearls of wisdom, like it's deja vu all over again, it ain't over till it's over. But most appropriately, also gave us this piece of advice. He said, if you watch what's going on, you just might observe something. And I want to thank this organization for not just encouraging us to pay attention to what's happening, but also taking action and doing things that are going to protect our water. So thank you all so much. Thank you for this.
Okay. And next, have Mike Meyer. Mike Meyer was formerly an intern of mine who started about 1.5 years ago. He came in last spring with a suit and tie on, interviewing for an intern position.
I missed that.
And we did the interview. I said, "Sounds great. Let's go ahead and get started." And about 10 minutes later, he went and stripped off his suit, put on regular clothes, and we were on the river the next hour doing monitoring and patrol. Since then, he stayed with us for a long time, doing all of our intern responsibilities, collecting water samples, analyzing data, doing research projects for us. And most recently, he stayed on and is instrumental in running our Neighborhood Water Watch program, where he works with our other interns, runs our lab, runs all of our samples, does all the data analysis. And really, we could not do Neighborhood Water Watch without Mike Meyer. So I want to thank you. And again, hope you can continue.
Well, in absentia, I'll just mention Richard Jacobson is on our board of directors. And it takes committed volunteers to meet quarterly with us and make sure we're on the straight and narrow. And Richard's expertise is financial management. You cannot run an organization without staying on top of the numbers. And I'm very proud to say that with Richard's help, working with Bill Crawford, our wonderful business manager, and the rest of the team, Riverkeeper is still a 4-star Charity Navigator. We're a 4-star organization, which is the very top. And it's with Richard's help that we look at our books and we look at them over and over again, and we make sure that we're doing the right thing.